because
Live screen.
right, that's what it did last time though. You even said the
Oh
same.
no, it didn't.
You said it was recording. So
It said recording, but it didn't say what it's doing right now either.
right. We're live now.
Okay, I was just checking.
Well, just, if it ain't live, we need a producer doing it. Meaning is not streaming live streaming. So we are live. Welcome to the Jersey Boy Sports Talk, hosted by yours truly, Byron Jones and Victor Rocho, two Jersey boys from Amboy, live I'm actually in Davenport, Orlando, Florida. And Mr. Byron Jones, where you at?
Shawnee on the Delaware in the Poconos.
He's in the Poconos. Awesome. So you enjoying the What are you doing in the Poconos? You can't ski or anything now. You just chilling there.
Just chilling. That's cold up here, man. Ain't no time to do anything up here. It's cold.
Okay, I'm gonna go back some a little bit of old school though. So let me finish my intro so we can go through this correctly because I'm Jack for today. Live out of Orlando and out of the Poconos, the Jersey Boys. Today is October 28th, 2021. We are presented by the Sportscast. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to all our channels on the Sportscast on YouTube, Periscope, and iTunes. Listen, the Jersey Boys, we have our own podcast on Apple. Please download the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. You can hear us. You can hear your dads. You can hear your friends. You can hear all about the sports, about what real players know about football, at least our opinions and our arguments about the Giants, the NFC East, and around the football. But we're going to talk a lot about Giant football, a lot about NFC East, a lot about the Cowboys and just the whole NFC East and football in general. You can subscribe to Sportscast on YouTube as well. We're live right now on Facebook, streaming on YouTube. So please, let's get ready to rumble because I'm excited because the Giants won.
Ugh.
Mr. Byron, I'm sorry. Is that a C? And the hips don't lie.
Yeah, that's the other guy.
And the hips don't lie. And the hips don't lie. I'm sorry. I even asked my fraternity brother, John, to join us. He couldn't join us today. He says, you could rip me apart because I asked him. I says, you and Byron laughed at me when I said, look, what are the keys to the Giants winning for them to win? Just what are the keys to success? You guys laughed me out in the ballpark. Obviously, I was still nervous because a lot of stuff going on. So I'm not gonna lie to you, right? So I'm not saying that I had my trials and tribulations, but I'm a ride or die, and I just think that's it. So talk to me. So tell me, first of all, you're in the Poconos. Are you? I'm gonna go old school. Are you like in a room with a champagne
man, that's down the street. We got our own place.
Oh, I'm talking about so you do know about that place?
Yeah, I do.
I just want to make sure
you get a police discount too if you go
there. You know what? I don't think anybody from Amboy who has been to Poconos doesn't know about the Champagne Cup.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah,
still there.
Back in the day, that was super cool. Right now, I think it's nasty.
Yeah. And I'm a little bit too large to be squeezing that champagne. Cup runneth over.
God, no, the funny part, that's you and me. Not only that we're too old, getting in ain't the problem. It's getting out in a circular, like slippery, trying to get all, do what you do what you gotta do kind of thing. So you're in the regular like Villa Poconos.
The regular. And it's cold outside.
How cold is it? I mean, compared to like for Philly, it's got to be the same. No, is that much colder?
No, it's a big difference.
Really?
62 when I left home, and it's like 40 up here.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Nah, it's like 70 here, maybe. I don't know. I'm actually a little hot with this jersey on, to be honest with you. Well, I'm at my dad's house, and my dad's more of my dad's 86, God bless him. Remember, let me see if he lets me take it off. I'll bring it over. He's got his Bronze Star right there, and him receiving the Bronze Star. But they like to keep they get cold easy, so I'm sweating.
Turn the heat up. Turn it up. Crank it up.
No, man, you don't do that. I have to sleep somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the Poconos. Good evening, gentlemen. How about them Cowboys, Billy Bryan? Yeah, how about those, Billy Bryan? You didn't play. So what you got? How about what you do, guys? Eat chicken wings and watch the Giants win because you're gonna be nervous because they are coming to you. We are going to beat the Cowboys.
Well,
We are going to beat the Cowboys.
Yeah. Let's worry about the Kansas City Chiefs this week.
Okay, wait a second. We were on the phone, and come on, don't be like a silent. Be a true player. What did you tell me that you felt about the possibilities of the Giants against the Chiefs?
They have a shot because the Kansas City Chiefs have an awful offensive line, just as bad as ours, even worse, and their defense is 10 times worse than ours. Their defense is terrible. So we do have a shot.
So listen to me. As long as you got first of all, I think you got a shot any given Sunday, but we legitimately got a shot. I just wanted to hear you say that we got a shot.
Oh, well, I'm getting ready to start again. Are you still going to stick with the Giants winning the NFC East? I just want to know that. Let's start that.
Look,
don't back.
Look, I know. Time out last week, I backed off. I didn't say they were going. I came to some realization. It's like, looking at the schedule at this point in time, you got to admit the Cowboys' schedule is way easier than the Giants right now, and the Cowboys are playing way better than the Giants. Right. So I'm gonna give you. At least I'm on it. I tell it like it is, not like we trying to. Some of us trying to like finagle all the other pieces. Look, they're playing way better than the Giants, and they got an easier schedule. The Giants aren't playing good football, but they're a snap away. They're offsides away. They're from being a different team. But bottom line, it is what it is. That's it. It is what it is, right? But they do have a harder schedule. But they're playing some pretty good football. But we're also starting to see that the teams that we thought were a lot better are not, and the teams that we didn't think were going to be as good are playing better ball.
Right.
Okay? So, you always got a shot. That's all, right? So do I think they're going to win the NFC East? I think that based on the numbers we'll see, we're 2-5, Dallas is 4-1, right?
Right.
No, 5-1. They're 5-1, and we're 2-5. That's a big gap in football to make up, especially with their schedule in front of them, right? But Dallas is Dallas. So at least the only challenge we have is Dallas, because the rest of us are even. Yes?
Everybody's 2-5.
Yeah. But for now, everybody's 2-5. Right. The biggest surprise is Washington.
Yeah, I thought they'd be a lot better than what not the overall. The offense is playing pretty good. It's the defense that, with all those number one picks across the front that I thought would do a lot better. They're not playing. Even Mr. Chase, All-World Young, is not playing very well at all.
The defense is what got them to play against the Bucs. They play the Bucs tough.
Not this year.
I'm just saying to you in general that for me, they're the shocker of the piece. Obviously, my Giants are shocking because I didn't think they would be so bad. We knew there was no confusion with our opinions on the offensive line going in.
What?
But we did not believe the defense was going to be so bad. And the sad part is the defense at times looks pretty good because we're getting turnovers. It's just that we don't do anything with them, or we give up too many points, or it's late in the game. It's just they did play pretty good this weekend though, defensively.
When they get it, when you play defensive back, if the ball hits you in your hands, what are you gonna do with it?
Catch it.
How many times during that last game did we see 2 or 3 other passes that hit them dead smack in the hand? They dropped it.
Oh my God! I mentioned that 3 shows ago, and you even told me, you would catch it?" I go, "Yeah, I catch it. The only difference is I can't jump 40 inches. I can't run a 4.4, but I caught the ball.
Catch the ball.
That's it. I take it. Here, offense take over. I didn't even have to run. Let me ask you a question: as a defensive player, would you rather have a guy who drops 6 or 7 interceptions, but catches 2 and runs for like 100-something yards, compared to a guy who catches 8 interceptions and gets 5 yards?
Ooh. I want the ball.
I'm with you. I'd take the 8 interceptions. Why? It gives my offense an opportunity and it takes my boys off the field for some rest, right? And it's also a compliment to the defensive line. When a defensive back gets the ball, the defensive line is jacked because they did their part, you did your part.
But for some reason, these guys, McKinney, Bradbury.
Well, I told you that 3 weeks ago. They've dropped so many interceptions.
They dropped a lot.
In really crucial situations. You're talking about a drop interception that ends up leading to a point score. You know, it's bad enough when you turn the ball. You agree, turning the ball over is one thing as an offense, right? But turning all the ball over and then turning it over and the other team scoring points is even worse, right? We're not even getting the turnover and we're letting them score a point. This should make that a stat. A drop interception that led to a point.
They probably do have a stat for that too. That's probably hidden.
Yeah, because you agree there is turnover to points.
Right.
That's a stat for sure.
Yeah.
Right? I threw an interception, it led to 3 points. I threw an interception, it led to 7 points. I fumbled the ball, it led to a score. It led to a score. They never do the opposite way. I don't know. They must be taking, catching classes from Evan Ingram.
The poor guy got this might be his last week of the Giants. So
I don't care. Good. I hope it is. I think the guy. Look, I never wish ill will on any player, particularly a Giant. I want him to succeed. It's just sometimes let him succeed somewhere else because his talent ain't working for us here.
No,
it just ain't working for us.
No. Yeah, but they're basically, they got to get something for him because next week is the trade deadline is the 2nd. So the most they're going to get is a 6th or 7th round pick, for a guy that was a former first round pick. But they might have to just take what he had.
Hopefully take
what he can get because at the end of the season he can leave because he's a free agent.
Well, whatever we get, fire Gettleman. So, anyways, let's go back to let me get back to my agenda. So we're staying strong here. All right, so look, let's talk about the game, right? What were the keys to the victory? It was controlling these guys' rushing game, which we did, right? Okay, and attacking the quarterback.
6 sacks.
Okay, and we did. Okay, and Daniel Jones played a good game, and our receivers played a good game. Overall, they played a good game against a team that, I'm happy with the win, but I still don't think that the Panthers are as good as I thought they were when the beginning of the season.
Well, Sam Darnold became a turnover machine, that when he was playing the Jets. So he resorted he's been terrible the last 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's going to be the quarterback much longer. But the kid that they put in after him is a Jersey kid.
Ooh.
PJ Walker, I think his name was. The kid. I think he played at Temple. He played for Rule at Temple. He's from Jersey. He's a Jersey kid.
Well, I was, what was going through your mind as we were winning that game? Because you knew what I was thinking. Because you and John, because my fraternity brother, I texted him. He's out to this evening. He said he couldn't join. He said, rip me apart, the Denver Bronco fan. I go, you two laughed me off my own show.
Yes, we did.
Laughed me. All I asked for was what everybody asked for. Someone asked for tonight too. What are the keys for the Giants to win against the Panthers? I'm going to ask later. What are the keys for the Giants to win against Kansas City? Or whether you win or you don't win. For you to win, you have to do something. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
Okay. So just by asking that question, you guys laughed me off my show.
Look at their body of work prior to yesterday. Sunday. Look at it. They were a hot mess. Hot mess. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't pass protect.
Wait a second. Who's they? Answer the day. Panthers, right?
Both of the Giants I'm talking about. The Giants couldn't run the ball, couldn't pass the ball. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's all broke up. The offensive line was awful. So why wouldn't we laugh you out? Come on. They put on a little show.
Yeah, but Byron, look, no different than the fact that the Cowboys are playing good football and they have a weak schedule, right?
Well, they play Tampa Bay first.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's okay. And they didn't have all their guys, and it's Tampa Bay's on fire right now.
Get off Tampa, Rick. Come on.
Anyways, don't throw. I'm an ADD. Don't throw me off.
Yeah.
But you can't. But in Dallas's defense, you got to play who they put in front of you.
Yeah. So
if you're playing good and you've got a weak schedule, it ain't your fault. Beat them up. But I'm going to tell you this though: if you notice, look at the score the Dallas played against the Panther game. The point differential wasn't the same between the Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Number one, Dallas is putting up points, and their defense seems to be going good, but their defense gives up points. They're not blowing teams out. They're blowing teams out at the end when it's an interception return for a touchdown. It's not indicative of the score of the game. Like the game is usually pretty tight. Just don't give Dak the ball in the offense. But
what's the whole goal of the game? Score more points the other guy, right? That's all. Even if the score is 42-41.
Man, you for a defensive guy, man, you drive me nuts. Okay, what's the other rule? Okay, defense wins championships.
Well, guess what? This is a new breed now.
I understand. I understand that. All I'm saying to you is that is I can't blame Cowboys for their schedule because they got to play who you put in front of them, and too bad. If I go undefeated because you gave me the weakest schedule in the league, I'm going to take it, right? I got to play who's in front of me, okay? Giants got to play in front of them. So that when I say what are the keys to success, it's just meaning you may not believe you got to do it, but if you got a chance, all I'm asking for is for us to win this game, what do we got to do? It's no different than in basketball. What are the keys to success of being against a team? Don't turn that ball over too many times against them, right? You better shoot 50%. There are the key. There's always keys to success. It's a matter whether you execute those keys.
Yeah, score more points.
It's not like we're lighting up points, bro. We won with we're putting up pretty decent points, but you got to score more points. I agree, and it goes back to defense, right? And Jones is putting up numbers.
What? Are you back on his bandwagon now?
I'm not on the bandwagon. I was never off his bandwagon. Byron, how do I explain that in the red zone? Listen to me. Okay, look, here's a perfect point. Can I ask you a question seriously, though? Okay, I love you. And obviously, you played at a way higher level than me. Okay, you're a better athlete than I was. Okay, you got everything. I can't compete against that. I can only tell you from playing is the best that I can. I had good athletic ability, not great. I think I'm rather smart of the game. That's what helped me. Okay, but I listen to a lot of sports every day. Like I can't work without having Get Up or First Take or Good Morning Football on. And it's like, they talk about Joe Burrows. They said, oh man, I wish I just could just stop it, record it, and just put it in your ears. My question, do you listen to any of the sports shows?
Yes.
Okay. So then how is it that we always disagree? It's okay that we could debate and disagree, but they said the same. Oh my God. I thought I think it's because you bring it to me. You bring it out of me. All right. They talk about Joe Burrows. He's a football player. He's who said that last week about Daniel Jones knocking his head out? You did. He's a football player. But guess what they also said? But sometimes that puts you in peril. And as a quarterback, you cannot put yourself in peril. Right?
He did,
one, right, but you got to know to do that. Two, the coaches can't put you in peril. When Andy Reid made the right move when he took Mahomes out, whether how bad he's hurt or not, it wasn't worth it. They were getting blown out. He got hurt. Why put that boy back in the game? Man, we're talking about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's lighting it up. I'm happy for that kid. I like that kid, and I'm happy for that kid. I'm just saying to you, this is the same thing. He's a football player. But you know what? There's a point where, as a quarterback, you got to know the difference.
Okay, what is the difference that Joe Burrow has that Daniel Jones doesn't have right now?
Wait, time out. He has an offensive line. I'm going to answer your question.
Their offensive line is kind of shaky too.
They're pretty good, but they're better than you. They're better than you said they were in the beginning of the year. You thought he was going to get hurt again.
No. I didn't say he was going to get hurt. I don't wish that on nobody.
No, you didn't wish it, but you said that he's going to have a tough time because of his offensive line.
What does he have available every week?
He's got Jamar Chase, baby.
Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and I forgot the other receiver, and they got that tight
end. And that running back's running pretty good.
Mixer. Okay, what does Daniel Jones had the last 6 weeks available?
Timeout, but okay, nothing.
There you go.
Okay, but great. But he put up 400 yards with nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, that means he's got players, and he's got movement. That's all I want from him. All I want from Daniel Jones is to make me feel comfortable inside the red zone. That's it, Byron.
Yeah, but
and know when to slide. Come on, Byron. You said it before. He's gonna learn when he hits. He's got sometimes he does a bad slide in the middle of the field.
I know. He'll learn. You know, he learned when he got lit up. So maybe he learned this, you know, after the last time.
Yeah, but he's got to learn, and the coach has got to coach him. There's got to be a point, okay? And so I'm just saying to you, happy with the victory. I'm happy that you're at least giving there is some, you're going to not laugh. You're going to have at least a key to victory against Kansas City this week. Because if you didn't say they got a shot, for you to say they got a shot, that means there are keys they need to do to win.
Yes. They have a shot.
Yes. And I'm just, I'm kind of, I wouldn't have called Kansas City being so bad. I mean, I feel bad. I think Patrick Mahomes he's going to come back. That's not going to be an issue. It's just not this year. I'm just saying to you that he's so young but they just got problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they figured them out. Tampa Bay exposed them in the Super Bowl.
Number one, and number two, I believe I'm going to say it again, and I believe that I'm not reiterating. I'm reiterating what other sports commentators have said, but it's my opinion, and they've repeated it. So it's not they're saying what I'm saying. I'm not saying what they're saying. We agree. Okay, is that Kansas City, in my opinion, are like the Yankees. Okay, the Yankees' failure to make it further in the playoffs is they're either all or nothing. Either I hit a bunch of home runs or I don't. They don't play hit the ball. Look at the Astros, hit the ball. What is Kansas City? Kansas City has been so confident over the last couple of years. They can be down by 21 points. They relied so much on their ability to make big plays that they forgot to play basic football.
Yeah, run the ball.
Run normal routes. Okay, they're playing that playground football. Just teams figure you out if you don't do things that are strategic, right? If you're able to make magic, right, in a game, if you're able to, I gotta get a little quiet. My parents are going to bed. If you're able to make magic in a game, that's awesome. But if you rely on that magic every week, Byron, that's not a key. That's not a recipe.
Yeah, but what did Tampa do when Tampa played in the Super Bowl? They went too deep.
There's no doubt.
No, I'm talking about what they did. Why everybody's figuring them out. They went too deep. Don't let Tyreek Hill get past the two safeties. Go ahead, surrender, across the middle with Travis Kelce, and they know they're not going to run the ball and get after the quarterback. That's the playbook.
Billy Bryan says Danny Dimes can't be the running back, quarterback, wide receiver every game. He's gonna get hurt.
That is true.
Billy, just call him Bugs Bunny. Byron, you're right, but it's not just that. That's one component. the thing that made that work was when teams didn't prepare for that Patrick can create off of crazy plays, off of magic. He's making really poor decisions because it worked before. He's throwing interceptions on crap that would have normally like, oh my God, that was beautiful. You can't get away with that. There's no difference than what I told you about Lamar Jackson. I told you, you know, you want to tell me about weapons, you want to tell me about all that? That's bullcrap. No one believed he can throw downfield, okay, because he would throw sides. Hold on a second, okay? Right now, his percentage throwing downfield is way better because he's looking to do it. He's not doing the same things. So all I'm saying to you is that he's got such tremendous skill set that his average, his downfield average is higher than it's ever been, including his MVP season.
Yeah, but people didn't. I watched him when he played at Louisville. He was a pocket passer. He didn't run as much as he did, doing now. He ran when he had to. I'm saying he stood in the pocket and he passed the ball when he played at Louisville. Then when he got to Baltimore, he got this rap that he's a running quarterback and all this other stuff, and he's looking to run for, and it's not true. He stands in the pocket and he's always done it. Even in his career in Louisville when he won the Heisman Trophy.
Dude, that one pass he threw to that receiver though was money. Money, even though they lost, it was money. Yep. Right? I mean, it was that was a pass that I really didn't see a lot of him. That was he now reminded me, because I think he's got more athleticism than Deshaun Watson. But that's why I always liked Deshaun Watson better than him, was because Deshaun Watson can make those passes and run. Now Lamar is bringing those two together. Even though they had a beating and they lost, it is what it is. But he's playing great football, and I'm happy to see that. Right?
Just remember, he's still an MVP winner.
Yeah. So is Brady.
What's he got to do with it?
I'm just saying he's an MVP runner. Right? You mentioned.
I don't care about Brady.
You mentioned MVP. I just want to make sure that
I don't care about Brady.
I just want to make sure we're clear on those older pieces. All right, so let's keep going. All right, so look, okay, so I'm gonna get you to the Kansas City. Jabril Prepper's your boy. He's already on injured reserve, bro. You want to get rid of him anyways. Okay.
Who, me?
Yeah, didn't you say who would you trade? I think you said you wanted to trade him. Out of the four people, you would trade him.
I would keep him because
you trade him.
I did, but I saw the way he was playing. He wasn't playing that bad.
DDF.
But now since he got hurt, they can
DDF.
Get him cheap. They can keep him. Because I think he ruptured his ACL, so they can keep him on the cheap and bring him back next year.
DDF.
The what?
DDF.
What?
Was DDF. David Frank.
Whatever, man. Deny. Whatever, man.
No, it's DDD. Deny, deflect.
Yeah.
3D. I like Jabril Peppers, but I'm just saying to you, okay, hey, Sterling Shepard is coming back. He's practicing. So what do you think about that?
He ain't gonna be back, man. He's all broke up too, like the rest of them. Did you look at their list? How many guys are hurt again?
I can't, Brian. I have to enjoy the week. You understand?
Well, you might as well. Come on, here. Let me bring it up here. Let me bring it up for you.
Okay, you bring it up for me.
The injury report right here for week 8. Here we go. Saquon did not practice today. Lorenzo Carter, outside linebacker, did not practice today. Nate Ebner, special team whiz, did not practice today. Kenny Galladay did not practice again.
All right. How about my boy? I want the good ones.
Tony did not practice today. You want to keep going?
That's a problem.
Evan Ingram, Danny Shelton,
I don't care about him.
Oh, Sterling Sharp, limited practice.
Okay, limited practice is good.
The tight end, Caden Smith, limited practice. So now they're only down to one tight end now. Since the other one hurt.
All right, time out. Speaking of tight ends, I'm gonna go. Me, my ADD. Kyle Pitts did what we thought he could do.
Yeah, he's all right, man.
That boy lit it up.
Yeah, he's all right. Got lucky.
You wanted him.
No. I would have taken it without a doubt. But
All right.
we didn't get him, and now we have this other guy that's hurt all the time. He better be a rapper, and he hurt his ankle again. Tony, that's what I'm talking about. So he's hurt again. He might play this week, but probably not.
All right. So what do you think? All right. So let me see. I'm on my thing here as we move along. So we go out to more stuff. What do you think are the keys to the victory this week against Kansas City?
Let's see. Let me think about this. Get after Patrick Mahomes.
They got to play like they played against the Panthers, right?
Better. They have to be able to run the ball, shorten the game. Limit his touches. Mm-hmm. We have to play good defense. And when he does throw the ball up in the air, which he will, we have to catch it this time.
Okay.
We can't let them have explosive, plays, deep plays. Can't let them happen. Kelsey's going to get his across the middle, and
no doubt.
Stop them from running the ball. Make them one-dimensional where Patrick starts running around, and they should be able to keep it close. Keep it close.
Oh, that hurt, didn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So for our producer and owner of the Sportscast, Santiago, I really would like you to make sure that you bring back some of the audio of our shows, and so we could have some Byron discussions on he's a little older than me, so his memory he's a little bit lost, and I think sometimes when he shaves his head he loses a little bit more memory. So
my memory's good.
I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. But again, I think that the keys to victory are going to be, for me, and I'm gonna echo a lot of the things that you said, but we got to control the ball, right?
Yeah.
So we can't. We got to be careful because Daniel Jones is great at. You can turn that light off. You gotta control the ball and not try to go downfield so fast, but that's his greatest strength. But right now, I think that we're in prime position. We got to limit our mistakes, and we gotta cast. We gotta stop dropping interceptions. I don't care who's playing. The key to victory, just in general, is just getting the turnovers. Byron, that's what I wanted to say. Go back, please, Santiago. Go back to 2 or 3 shows, and please pull the clips of where I'm saying, Byron, are you watching how many interceptions we are dropping?
A lot, at least 2 or 3 every game.
Yeah, but you're seeing it now. It's becoming more noticeable to you. I told you that from the get-go.
I didn't play defensive back, so I wouldn't. I worry about the guys in the front.
I got, okay, and that's a fair defense. But as a defensive back, but as a defensive player, man, you want the ball. I want my boys off the field. I need rest. Because it's not like, offensive players can call themselves out all the time. Defensive players don't do that a lot. We don't like to come out.
No.
Right? We just don't like to come out. Right? Offensive players have no problem running a fly route and come out. Oh, give me a break. Give me some oxygen and I go back in. Defensive players, we're tired, right? And then we were from the old school. You take me out, then you may not get me back in.
There you go. That's true.
So just they gotta play. I think I'd like to see Daniel Jones give me more confidence in the red zone.
We're gonna start that again.
No, so let's stop. I'm gonna move it back to defense. I'm just making the point there, and I'm saying, but the defense then has to help him by continue giving him the ball in his hands, because when they get those interceptions that we're missing, Byron, most of them are on like scoring drives. Yep. They're not like we got the offense on their 20. It's like they're across the 50.
Yep.
Right?
Catch the ball.
They're field goal range. They're in scoring range. And we're dropping interceptions. So we're in position. It's in our hands, Byron. These are not like the difficult catches. These are Galladay touchdown catches. And look, as a receiver, you drop a ball, it sucks, right? Because it's just terrible. But when you're a D-back and you drop a pick, you're a lineman, you drop a pick. When you're a linebacker and you drop a pick, they're rare. Do you agree? It's not like you can just nobody's that. There's a few, but there's such a small percentage of people that can get that many opportunities to get that ball. That Tyron Diggs, he's having the year of his life. He's catching the ball when it's thrown his way.
He's catching the ball like a receiver. That's what he's doing.
He wants it. He's not trying to not. Here's where I think that happens. And now, again, it's not because it was me, but I had 20 picks. Okay. And I dropped a couple, not many. But I wanted the ball. I didn't go to not let the receiver get it. If I had a chance for it, and I got beat, but if I had a chance for it, I went to catch it, Byron. I didn't go to worry about getting beat.
Well, most of them are probably worried about getting
beat or hit. I mean, think about it. Receivers drop balls. Why? Because sometimes they're worried about getting hit. Is that a fair statement?
Get lit up.
Right. Some deep backs are worried about going for the ball or catching the ball because they're worried that if they miss it, they're going to get beat. That mental state affects your ability to catch the damn ball. Think about it. I was a punt returner. With all due respect, Byron, you got to be a little crazy to be a punt returner. Is that fair? I don't care what division you play.
Yeah, you know.
Okay? And Byron, look, I played with a team. We didn't win a lot. And I was just reading something the other day. Just give myself a little bit of props. And you've been always kind to me about, where I played, and you're always kind to me. It didn't matter, Vic. So thank you. Right? But if you think about it, we didn't win a lot. We were behind a lot. For me to have that many picks, think about it. The guys didn't have to, like, we were the ones coming from behind.
Yeah.
Right? Because they were saying that usually you're going to get them when you're coming from behind. It's a defensive backs like joy. He knows they got to throw the ball. We're winning.
Because back in the day, they really didn't throw the ball like they're throwing it now.
40,
50 times a game.
Right. But when you're ahead by a lot and we were about down by a lot, you didn't need to throw the ball.
Yeah, they threw it in. They wanted to rub it in.
Thanks, bro. You can give me a little bit of love.
I'm just saying, if you're still throwing the ball and you're up, why?
That was one segment of the thing that I was so proud of. I was like, you know what, you're right. Our college team wasn't as good, and for me to get the ball that many times and to be behind most of the time, I was like, shoot, that means when it was in the air, it was mine.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, it was. But anyways, they can't drop the ball. And Byron, it's frustrating that they're dropping the ball when the other team has crossed the 50. You should have dropped the ball, period. But when you're dropping the ball past the 50, and now these guys can hit 50, 60-yard field goals. You froze on me, bro. I think the Poconos frozen scalp of Poconos. Move, Byron. So keys of victory is control the ball, get after Daniel Jones. Our defense has to go after the sacks like they did. I think hopefully they're coming together. We are 5-2, that's 7. Byron, you were saying that half the season is through. So now we should start really looking at our picks. You're frozen, Byron. See if you can do something. Stop the video for a second. Can you hear me? Yeah, he's going. So, Giants win. Kansas City's paying poor. We don't know really what's going on over there. I'm pretty excited with our opportunities to be able to take the next level. While we're taking this time, I do want to make a shout out to a good friend of ours and his son. What we got? Let me look him up. Shane McPherson and his son from Red Bank Catholic. They beat the #1 team. They're undefeated, right? They're having just a great season. He's a good friend of ours. Graduated high school, 1983, presented by Panthers. #1 Red Bank Catholic versus Donovan Catholic, #3 this week. They're #1 now. after beating the number one team. So shout out to Shane and Shane's son. And God bless him. May he have a great season, and maybe the world be his future. I want to be a shout out to him. The other thing is, I am looking forward to this weekend. I'm going to be out seeing my boy, and my fellow football player Steven Petrosino from Perth Amboy, New Jersey. We're going to hang a little bit at the Hard Rock in Tampa, and then we're going to hang out at his place. I'm here visiting my dad, so I want to shout out to them. Shout out to the Procaro family. They lost two of their brothers this last past week due to COVID, a young gentleman. So condolences to their families, and God bless everybody out there. Please get your shots, get your booster shot. You know, this ain't a political statement, this ain't self-worth, but too many people are passing, and it ain't worth the risk anymore. Byron, technical difficulty, Byron Jones. Oh, it's all right. So I'm gonna go live now. It's good. I get to talk crap when Byron's not on the phone. All right. So Byron, hopefully you're listening. All right. So let's go to the NFC East. The Eagles, you know, Byron's saying they're ready to run, Jalen Hurts out. So just the Washington football team, the Eagles, all of them playing bad football. I personally think the Giants are losing, but they're playing good football. If you look at their numbers, look at the points they putting up, it's just between their injuries and they're playing undisciplined football, which is surprising from a coach that came from the New England Patriots. Surprising for a coach that is a specialty teams coach, of which we lost the game based on an offsides call, especially teams, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Cowboys are playing great. So shout out to our Cowboy fans, as much as I don't like the Cowboys, but Mark, Jeff, Millie Roman, this is Henry Rivera. There's just a whole bunch of Cowboy fans out there. But I'm pretty excited again. My boy, shout out to Steven Petrosino, by the way. Petro Clips on TikTok is his son. He's hilarious. He's a major influencer. Go check out Petro Clips on TikTok and Instagram. Like too loud. Can I go over there? You want me to go over there? Okay, I'm almost done, Pop. I got 13 minutes. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm in my dad's house here. So let's keep going here. So what we got coming up? So we got the Cowboys had a bye. We got the Giants gonna play this weekend. I would love to see that win against Kansas City. Breaks my heart to see Kansas City doing so bad. The Washington football team is just they're playing bad. The Eagles, they made a good run. They're playing bad. I would like to bring up something. Mike Tomlin. I think Mike Tomlin handled himself extremely well this week when he was asked about Byron's coming in now, when he was asked about taking the USC job or leaving the NFL to go to college football. All right, get back. Did you feed the geese?
What?
Did you feed the geese so they could like run on the treadmill so you get electricity?
I don't know what happens. It happens up here all the time.
So I had moved along a little bit on some of the things. I was just shouting out to Shane and his son for the football, playing some great football.
Yeah, they're like the top five. Yeah, top five.
They're number one right now.
Really?
Yeah, and they're playing. Yeah, so they beat the number one team. So I want to shout out to him. I'm gonna be with Steven Petrosino this weekend tomorrow. So me and Pet are gonna cut it up in Tampa at the Hard Rock, baby.
Yeah, don't get locked up.
I know Byron Jones.
Yeah, they ain't gonna work down there.
Listen to me. Every time I tell you something, I tell everybody, hey, I co-host my show. He goes, who's your co-host? I go, Byron Jones. I go, really? They think he's the Dolphin player.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well,
yeah. He's just as quick.
Not hardly.
So what I was talking about now, and then a shout out to the Procaro family. I don't know if you know Mike. You know Mike Serrano, right? Who? Mike and PJ Serrano, Tony Serrano,
yeah.
Serrano family.
Yeah.
Do you know the Procaro family?
No.
All right. Well, they to their Michael Serrano's wife, Rose Procaro, his wife and two of their other siblings went to Holy Spirit with me. Two of their brothers were lost this weekend back to back, like a day or two apart to COVID.
Wow.
like,
Sad.
and 56, 58, 6, somewhere around there. That was terrible. So I was, condoling, sending my condolences to them, shouting out to the Cowboy fans, giving them a little bit of credit, Mark and these guys. But I was also talking about Mike Tomlin. I want to see what your thoughts on that. I loved his response. You know how I feel over the year about Mike Tomlin. He's one of my favorite coaches. He's always been. I still believe in him. And he was pissed when he was asked, like, about him considering the USC job and this and that. I mean, I don't understand. Like, Tomlin's the first Black Pittsburgh Steelers coach, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Head coach, yes.
Head coach. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Right? We knew his position. I meant head coach. Okay. Number one. Number two, how many times have the Steelers fired a coach?
Never.
Okay. So for them to ask him that question, I thought was just.
That was Carson Palmer threw that out there.
That was just stupid. I think Carson Palmer threw it out for wishful thinking, but not in the manner the reporters were taking it. You think Carson Palmer really threw that out as anything indicative? Because Carson Palmer has always been a stand-up guy, but you never know with all these emails seeing floating around anymore. But all I'm saying to you is that I just thought that was the stupidest question to ask a coach who's frustrated over the last couple of years of what he went through with that team. He went through the Antonio Brown situation. He went through, Ben Roethlisberger being a recluse, at one point. He went through making the playoffs with a fourth string quarterback.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, he went undefeated for 9 or 10 games. And then for you to now question him because of what's happening with the Pittsburgh Steelers, that is he considering taking a college coaching job? I thought the way he handled that was awesome, and I thought it was insulting. That like when I saw it, and Stephen A. Smith brings it up because he's always brings it up from a black and white perspective. I brought it up from a pure coaching perspective. Like, what part of the Pittsburgh Steelers organization you don't understand? Number one. Number two, what part of the being of Mike Tomlin, the essence of him, you don't understand? He's handled worse than this.
Yeah.
And won.
Why would he leave the Pittsburgh Steelers to take the USC job?
Exactly.
End the conversation. Why?
Exactly. And Stephen A. Smith, he's always defending. He feels he's the voice of the Black community. Yes, right, wrong, or no. That's by his proclaim. And I used to like him. I don't really like him that much anymore. Not because of his proclaim of the Black community. It's just that I just think he's now flaunting his money in a manner that I just think that you're impressed with what you're there, and he don't give a crap what I got to say. But he had a watch on, dude, that was all full of diamonds and stuff. What's that got to do with you talking sports?
He can make money. He makes money like that.
I guess I don't know. But he's got his own fan base, right? Everybody's got their own tribe. So anyhow, I just wanted to bring that up about Mike Tomlin. I think Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches I've seen. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers is a great organization. They've never fired a coach. I don't think the issue of him being fired is what was the topic. But the topic was is he's considering, because Carson Palmer throws that out there, that taking the USC. Where the fuck are you gonna go from the Pittsburgh Pirates to the USC?
PG, man, PG.
Oh, sorry. Why? I apologize. Why would you go from the Pittsburgh Steelers to the USC, of which is not even a significant conference anymore?
And then why would you want to not work with, like, they said on the TV, grown men, and now you're going to go into some 17-year-old's house with the parents and have to deal with that? He don't.
Yeah, he ain't gonna want to do that. He's got enough money. He's got enough. He can go he can do whatever he wants to do. And I don't think he's gonna leave the Steelers for a while.
He ain't going anytime soon.
I know. I think he's just gonna bring them right back to prominence because he's got time. right? He's got some good young talent. He's got, he's got Ben that's already they got to figure out what they're going to do with him. And Pittsburgh is just a good organization.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up. I didn't like it. And I've always been a fan of Tomlin. You know that. I'm not a Pittsburgh, it's contrary to your flip-flopping of who I like or don't like. But I like, the coaches. I like Tomlin. It doesn't make me a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I like Arians now, and I like Brady, and I do like the Bucks, but I'm not a Buck fan. I'm a Giants.
Don't try to clean it up. It's too late now. We've already put you on the Tampa Bay Bucks.
All right. So Santiago, or anyone who's listening, Billy Braun, if you're out there, does Palmer have an axe to grind with Tomlin?
No.
Oh, Bonaforte. Nah, he's wishful thinking. Palmer's a big USC guy. He won. USC is like a Laker team, right? Or a Notre Dame. Alumni want them to come back to prominence. Would you agree with that, Byron?
Yeah, that's all it is. Some big name guy to take that job.
It's about significance, right? It's coming back to that's what I believe with Miami, University of Miami.
There's some stuff out there. Pete Carroll's going to come back. There you go.
Yeah,
but back to USC.
Yeah, and the funny part is he made the same comment. He goes, "How come you're not asking Andy Reid that, or you're not asking these other guys that are losing?" I mean, he just threw out. Forgot what names he threw out. He goes, "But you got all the coaches that are losing. You're not asking them if they're going to take the USC job."
Hey, I'm going to throw something out there right now. What's up with Brian Flores, man? Not putting his arm around Tua and wanting to keep Tua, but they're on the fence that they want to, Deshaun Watson. What's up with that?
Okay. So we can go on the record though that I said that was the move that they're going to make, right? I did say that. How many we got it on tape. We had like 400, 500 views.
Did you see how well he played the other day? Tua?
Yes.
So why can't Flores embrace this kid? Like, you know what? You're my guy. You are my guy.
I got you. And then maybe what he should do.
Give up 3 number 1 picks, 3 for Deshaun. That's a lot.
I still think it's worth it. Look what they gave up for Stafford.
Yeah, but you're not. No, 3 is a lot.
Okay. First of all, the Dolphins have been so bad at their drafting. It don't matter. You sent me a list of how bad the drafting for the Giants.
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
The Dolphins are terrible drafters. So who gives a crap? I'm answering your question.
But why would you do that then?
I'm answering your question. Number 1. Number 2, I told you in the beginning of the year when I asked you, okay, and this is just me. When I asked you, I said, Byron, what happens in the locker room? Yes, Vic, but you would also gave the Giants 10 wins. What? That's my fraternity brother. That shit ain't right. Wait a second. What are they? 5 and what? 2? They're 2 and 5.
2 and 5.
Okay, so that's 7. So they got to win 8 more games. No,
it ain't happening.
It ain't over yet.
It's over.
Anyways, it don't matter, Greg. Of course I do. I'm gonna expect them to win. First of all, 2 wins they should have had, Greg. They should have had. So that's already 2 wins. They did it. They didn't. But at the end of the day, those are 2 wins. They were 2 wins away from a offside field goal.
Coulda, woulda.
Yeah, but it's a reality. So now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, wait. This is what you told me, right? I said, how does a guy like Fitzpatrick feel when like if they're gonna bring in 2 and this and that? You told me back then, so you can see how good my memory is. Was you say, Vic, what happens is as players, the players must have seen something in practice,
right?
That they're good with it, right? And you told me, and that's what because I'm like, man, how does especially a quarterback control a team? And then Fitzpatrick went and goes, I didn't know I lost my job until after I lost my job. They called me up and told me, right? And and I go, like, how does that happen? You mean you don't just switch a quarterback? So the reason I'm bringing it up is I said this from the beginning. Something has got to be there because that conversation of getting a quarterback to Miami while Tua's there has been the topic all year.
Why?
It's pick up your mind. You called him Fred Gilly. He's Italian. Sorry, Greg. He's Italian. He's Fred Gilly. The Buonaforte. He's Italian. He's Fred Gilly. I don't know, Byron. You got to pick it. Wait, Byron, you're crazy. You drive me nuts. You call him Fred Gilly. You're in between, and then you're saying, why doesn't he wrap around?
Well, put your arms around to him, man. That's not right to do that kid like that.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing. All I'm saying to you, something has to be there.
But do you think maybe it has something to do with the offensive line?
No, I have. You don't know if it's his intelligence. You don't know if it's his grasp of the game. You don't. He's made some.
He was running.
Huh?
Every time he's gotten hurt, he was running somewhere.
No, the last time he got hurt, he got sacked.
Yeah, in the ribs, and he was rolling out and got blasted in the ribs.
Right. Okay. So all I'm saying to you is though, but everybody, that's a part of the game. He's a football player.
Yeah, but you also got to remember he's a left-handed quarterback, so the right tackle has to be his strong side blocker. Mm-hmm. And maybe they haven't upgraded the right tackle enough, for this kid to succeed. He's got plenty of weapons to succeed.
You're right.
But something to the line.
But the question is, they made that move with him, and they fired Fitzpatrick fast enough that should have been inconsiderate. But that should have been in consideration to begin with, anyways. Yeah. Hey, you got a left-handed quarterback. No different than when my argument of why did they send Daniel Jones to the left side?
Oh,
yeah, I'm telling you, everything you say, I'm gonna bring it right back at you.
I ain't worried about that.
I don't know what the issue is. I just know that the Dolphins make bad picks. Okay, historically, I think they've been doing a pretty good job. I am disappointed in the season they're having under Brian Flores. I would not expect him to have been. I didn't know that he would be this bad. I didn't know that they would be this bad. I don't think he deserves to be fired.
I think he should be fired.
Do you think he should be?
He's a flip-flopper. He's flip-flop.
Well, then he deserves, but I just don't think he deserves to be fired because I kind of like him as a coach. But I told you from the beginning, something is wrong when the discussion of bringing a quarterback there is constantly there. And it's not just Deshaun Watson. They were talking Aaron Rodgers. They were talking Deshaun was always been the front runner, but they were talking a lot of the quarterbacks. And then you told me they see something in him of why they made the move from him to Fitzpatrick. They got to see something in him that they're like, he's not the future of this team. We got to make, because that team is young, Byron. That's a young team.
That has nothing to do with it. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be the headliners for the day. You want to know why? Number one, you see that, right? Number one.
A big old finger? Yeah, I can see. Who could not see it?
But anyway.
Hey, by the way, can you put your fingers up like this? Like, just put one hand up. Did you know that statistically, where's your ring finger?
One of them, right there.
And where's your index finger? Can you, show it this way? Okay, so what happens is they say that let's see, that's this hand. Your right hand, that's your right hand?
Right hand.
Okay. So good at you could tell usually better athletes are ones that their ring finger is longer than their index finger.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, let's get back to the other thing.
You made the finger. That's why people don't know that. That's a fact.
You know what the problem is? The owner, how old is Stephen Ross, the owner of Miami Dolphins? He's in his 80s, right? I think he's in his 80s. We need to look that up. He wants to win now. He ain't worried about 5 years from now because he
doesn't want to
might
win.
Not be it. He wants to win right now. That's the
problem. He doesn't. No, he don't.
Sure.
No, he don't.
How? What? Why not?
Because they sucked. Byron, do you know how it is? How hard it is?
How long has he owned the team though?
How long it is to be in Miami for 20 plus years and not be able to even possibly like them. I'm a Heat fan. I went from a Knick fan to like a fighting Knick fan, like fighting in South Beach to a Heat fan. Okay. Do you know how hard it is to like the Dolphins? Their picks, their decisions, their just everything. And then just no offense, but I guess offense. The intelligence of South Florida football player people, like, it's ridiculous. right? It's just if he wanted to win now, he would have done the things he should have done. That organization, if they wanted to win, that organization has been bad.
He bought them in 2008.
Right, but that
That's how much
organization
that changed.
that organization has been bad um since since Marino left, but I think that organization was bad during the Marino years because to have a quarterback at that level of stardom for 17 years and only make it to one Super Bowl,
Okay, but
man,
I'm just talking about right
that's
now.
a bad organization.
Stephen Ross, the guy, the owner, he wants to win now. Because you don't give up 3 number 1 picks for a guy that might play, get suspended or whatever. It doesn't make sense.
Greg said he doesn't care about football. Stephen Ross.
We like soccer.
Yeah, yes, Greg's a soccer guy. Yeah, he's a hockey and a soccer guy. I don't know. Byron, I'm just saying you got to agree. They've been talking about a quarterback for all season.
But I'm talking about him trying to buy his way to kind of like the owner, Carolina Panthers. They were in the running too, until they thought about it as far as wanting to get Deshaun Watson because he's from Carolina. He's played at Clemson. He's from the Carolina area. But he's another guy like Daniel Snyder. He wants to win right now, and he's a billionaire, but he wants to win right now. That's just the way these guys think.
Like Jerry Jones. How's that worked?
He's not as bad as the other ones are. Like Daniel Snyder.
They're all bad. They're bad. They're all bad. But come on, Jerry Jones is. He's not. I don't think he's going to win a Super Bowl in his lifetime.
But he's a good businessman because look what he did. He turned that into
$1 billion company.
There you go.
Yeah, but the business is so did George Steinbrenner. Steinbrenner's turning over in his grave right now. He's about winning championships. So is Jerry Buss. They were about winning championships, the Lakers. There was nothing. There's no confusion. Look, there's a great thing about the Yankees that the first time I ever liked Alex Rodriguez making a comment. His comment was every season before the season started, Derek Jeter would go, if we don't win the championship, the season's a failure. Do you know how hard that is in baseball? Okay. And he said that was the mentality of that team. So we did everything. That's why they were there. They were in it all the time. They would bunt. They would do all the things necessary.
Well, guess what? They're not there now. How about those Atlanta Braves?
I'm rooting for Atlanta Braves, but that's okay. So back to Atlanta Braves. That's a perfect example. I lived in Georgia for 4 years. I fell in love with the University of Georgia Bulldogs. I'm a Bulldog fan, and I became a Brave fan. So I was not playing against the Yankees, and the only thing I asked was the Braves people there is don't be a Jet fan and talk smack about my Yankees because now you're gonna make me hate the Braves when you guys don't understand how awesome it is for you to have a coach like a Bobby Cox to be in the playoffs that many times and enjoy that it's your team. Don't be greedy. You win. You don't obviously you want to win. But man, that Brave organization was fantastic. And I enjoyed them. Chipper Jones, Bobby Cox was a phenomenal coach. Phenomenal coach. Let me tell you, that Houston Astros coach cheating, not cheating. You ain't gonna credit that brother's a good coach. 5 years and how many? That's a lot of World Series.
Yep.
A lot of World Series. So I know we went off on a few other things. Again, just the NFC East, we'll see what's got. Who's Dallas playing this week?
Well, I forgot. I don't remember.
Yeah, let's look it up.
Yeah, look that up.
Oh,
Whoever is gonna get lost.
Yeah, they got a week. They got a week schedule, dude. Cowboy schedule. They got a week schedule. So, but we'll see what happens. I'm still not convinced that they're a good team. Look at, they didn't beat the Panthers by much. They barely beat they got lucked out. They barely beat the look at this. 41-21 against the Eagles, and one was a
the Cowboys play a Viking on Sunday night.
Cowboys beat the Panthers 36-28. Okay?
Cowboys and the Vikings Sunday night.
Cowboys and Vikings. That'll be a good game.
And the Giants are Monday Night Football. Woohoo!
Yeah, against Kansas City. Let's see who the Cowboys got coming up. They play the Broncos. Okay. Then they play the Falcons. Well, Falcons coming around. Then they play the Chiefs. Well, Giants are gonna be the Chiefs, so we'll see what happens there. Then they play the Raiders. That's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a decent test.
Yeah, okay.
No?
No.
And then look, then they play the Saints, Washington, the Giants are gonna beat them December 18th. Mark my words. Washington, hopefully Washington knock them off. The big game is gonna be against the Cardinals. Think about it. They don't play any really winning teams until the Cardinals, except for the Raiders.
Let's say they play the Broncos next week, the week after. That'd be all right.
Then Falcons, Chiefs, Raiders is going to be a decent game. Saints are okay. Washington, the Giants, then Washington again. Then they play the Cardinals. The Cardinals is going to be their biggest test.
We'll see.
You'll see what?
We'll see. I'm going to jump on a Cowboy bandwagon now.
You are? What do you think about the Cardinals?
They haven't played anybody yet.
Gray said the Giants get a good Cowboys win the NFCs. Giants get a good great draft pick. Somebody asked me about the Giants. Oh, what is Jeff about Chicago? Look, every Chicago loss, I'm happy. It's a better pick for us.
I hope they lose every last game.
Exactly. I don't care who's playing. Even though they were playing the Bucks, I don't care. But come on now, no. Let's end this a little bit here. I'm gonna finish this up, wrap this up. Come on, the Bucks are playing pretty good football, man. Come on, give me a little love there. Playing some good football.
Mm-mm.
You don't think they're playing good football? Their defense come around.
Their secondary still suspect.
Defense came around this weekend.
But anyway, getting off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No, give a little bit of Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Next.
Come on, man. Next. I'm trying to get to the Giants and Bucks.
Bruce Arians, that's all I'm worried about.
Bruce Arians. Dude, did you see the beating they were putting up? He's ruthless.
Who?
Arians. He's ruthless. They kept going to score. They were not stopping.
No biscuit, no biscuit.
They were not stopping, bro. November 22nd, I'm trying to get up to that game. I'm trying to get tickets. Damn, they're so expensive.
You'll be all right.
They beat the Bears 38-3, and that's because they ended up taking a few field goals. You know that, right? They could have beat them 60.
Yeah, okay. Get off that.
Why?
How
could you not enjoy greatness?
No.
What do you think about
Arians? That's it.
What about Aaron Rodgers? All right, let's go through a few things, and I'm going to end it here. What do you think about who do you think the best team in football is right now?
Best team in football? Overall team?
Dude, how just the damn best team in football.
Oh, man. Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, my God. Okay, number 2. You're pissing me
Tampa Bay
off.
Buccaneers.
Okay, I'm just telling you that you need to revoke your please. I don't ever want to see you wearing a giant hat. I don't even know how your sisters put up with you. I just don't get it. Okay, number 2.
Tampa Bay.
All right, number 3.
Cardinals.
All right, finally, Cardinals should be up there. Number 4.
Green Bay Packers.
Okay, that's a good one. Number 5.
Yeah. They're all, those are the main 4.
All right, if I had to add to a 5th team, who would I add? I'd probably add St. Louis. Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah, they're suspect too.
You know, with McVay and Stafford, I like them.
What has McVay won? What has he won?
I definitely want to put. He took him to a Super Bowl already.
But did he win?
He won with God. He took him with Garrett.
Did he win?
You know the answer. The answer is
Okay.
no. But you can't be. You got to be in it to win it.
But he didn't win, so he's not that.
You got to be in
the
it.
great guru that everybody claims.
I didn't say he was a guru. I just think that they're a good team. Oh, wait a second. The Chargers are a good team too.
Yeah, them too.
Okay,
That's
so-
my number 5 right there.
yeah, they're interchangeable. I put the Cowboys in that top 5 for now because it's like I can't deny it. I'm not gonna just be that. I wouldn't put them number 1.
I'm putting them 1 just so I can shake the cage. That's it.
I would probably put. Okay, if I had to pick mine, I'd put the Cardinals number 1 right now because they're just 1, they're undefeated. 2, they're playing good football just globally, like defense, offense,
running. That's right. They have my Tulsa kids. Zayvon Collins, the middle linebacker.
They're playing good football, man. I mean, they're just playing globally good football, right? Globally good football. Number 1. Number 2. I want to have my Bucks, number 2 up there. Number 3, I'll probably have Green Bay because I think Aaron Rodgers just scares me. I just think that he just scares me. I think I like what I see with Devontae Adams. You see the catch Devontae Adams made the other day. Oh,
well, he's out this week too, just so you know.
It's okay. He got Randall Cobb. He just. I like Aaron Rodgers. He's just so cool. If you look back to the first game he lost and the crap they gave him, he just shook it off, and everyone and they gave him crap for the way he handled it.
He's overrated.
I think he's a great quarterback. I got the Giants up there, and then like we said, the Chargers and the Rams. I think those teams are teams to be reckoned with, right? And that's how I see it.
How about them boys?
Yeah. Okay. Here's my prediction. Hold on a second. Let me see. I just want to look at one more thing. Okay, Cowboys. For Cowboy advanced in the. I hate when I can't type. All right, so okay, the Cowboys have only won in 2008 a playoff game. They lost a division game. They won a playoff wild game. Okay, they haven't won a division. They've only won a wild card game. They haven't won a division playoff game since 1995. So the last time they won a division playoff game was on VHS.
So guess what, though? They're 5-1. They're first. They're on a roll. How about the boys?
I'm telling you right now, they're going to only win one playoff game and they're out.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Okay. We'll see.
One playoff game, done. One playoff game, go on. You hear me now? So today's the 28th.
Oh, yeah.
October 28th.
Yeah.
One playoff game they're going to win.
One playoff.
That's it. Then they're history.
Okay.
Goodbye again. Out. So historically, since 2008, by the way, they haven't been in the playoffs since 2018.
Yeah, the Giants ain't been there since 2016. So
that's okay. But they did win a Super Bowl in 2011, right?
Okay.
10 years ago.
How about them boys?
And they won one the boys won what, 20 years ago?
Yeah, pretty much.
Two decades?
26 years.
26 years. All right. They're gonna win one. That's it.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
And let me tell you something. Every time the Giants are in the playoffs, they're the most dangerous team in the playoffs.
Okay. Just not that they're gonna not win the East this year, but that's another story.
Okay, I surrender. They won't win the East. Happy Greg, you happy everybody out there.
Yeah,
Not gonna win the East. It's already behind. That's okay, great. As long as they keep winning, they get a chance. They get in. Oh, by the way, Cincinnati's playing good football too, man.
yes, they are. Joe Burrow.
Man, that kid's a stud. It's amazing how the season started off talking, and Justin Herbert's still a superstar too. Don't get me wrong, but man, it's still he's with the Chargers. The Chargers weren't as bad as Cincinnati. To do what he's doing in Cincinnati and then do what he did against the MVP front runner is pretty impressive.
An elite playmaker. That's what he has. Elite.
I'm done.
Elite.
If you recall last weekend, I had said that they never talk about, when it comes to racial differences, that he's calling his boy of a different race, that it doesn't matter to him from his own cause, and told him, it's like me calling Byron, I'm coming after you, Byron. You're going, not only are you going to be a millionaire, you're going to be in the pros, but you're coming to me. And since I'm the quarterback, guess who's going to throw you the ball? And I don't care what they say about you dropping in the passes in practice. I don't care what they say about all these other things. I know you. I want a national championship with you, and I need you to help me take this team to prominence.
That's exactly what they're doing.
That's a great story. Did you see
How
that?
about them boys, though?
Did you see that catch he made and then just split through those guys and said good night?
He said goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, let's wrap this up with our Gary Sinise Foundation and keep reminding everybody of our nation's defenders and our first responders. How's that, Byron? What do you think?
What about?
Let's wrap this up. Freedom and security are precious gifts that we as Americans should never take for granted. We must do all we can to extend our hand in times of need to those who willingly sacrifice each day to provide that freedom and the security. While we can never do enough to show gratitude to our nation's defenders, we can always do a little bit more. Gary Sinise. Please go to the GarySiniseFoundation.org and do a donation, $1, $2, $3, whatever you can.
$50, $20.
$20, $50, big buck Byron, $100, and give to there. Please remember to follow us on Twitter at SportsCast1. Visit our website, thesportscast.net. Sign up for our newsletter. You get all the news every day about what's happening throughout all sports. We're here every Thursday, 8 p.m. We have different guests we invite. Things are going on. We're going to have an enjoyable time. Oh, by the way, next Thursday, we're going to probably have another, I'm going to have someone fill in for me because I'm at a function. So we'll have somebody hosting with you, Mr. Byron. So you can, as the Giants win, just remember.
Monday night.
As the Giants win Monday night, don't forget that, that's my team, not yours. And we'll go from there. Tell the Jones family I said hello. God bless your family and everybody, and blessings to everybody out there. And crazy world's happening. Show love, peace, and love to everybody.
Same to your family. Quiet so you probably get some sleep, man. I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm right at the dining room, right by outside his room.
There you go.
And my stepmom gets up like 3 a.m, so I gotta go. I love you, bro. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Peace.